All right, y'all. Let's get in here and let's do this. Ready to love live. Ready to love, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get up in here. Say hi. How's your Monday doing? We're going. Hey, y'all. Let's go. Ready to love. Hey, two Ellie's girl. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. I'm gonna let y'all come in. Hey, B. Hey, B. Y'all ready to get into Ready to Love? Okay. Say a lot for the people in the back. All right, y'all. Let me turn this music off. All right, let's go, 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 let's go. This is Ready to Love. Season what? Season what? Season 6? I say season 6. They say season 5. But I'm going with season 6, episode 7. Y'all, this episode was a bit. It was a bit much, but not too much. Just not. Okay? I'm just ready to get into it. We got a lot of things to touch on. Let's say that it's been definitely as a buzz sound that he's trying to hide. Okay, he's trying to hide it, but it's coming through. Okay, Tory, okay. I'm going, see, you was too invested in Sabrina and ruining the process for you. Okay, Tori, you gotta let Sabrina go. Okay, it's baggage at this point. You're taking all that baggage from Sabrina, and it's not planning out good because you're gonna mess up something that you could possibly have with Ace. Okay, Sabrina girl. Sabrina came through with 3 days this episode. I said not her with three men. Okay, y'all know low key, Sabrina is like one of my favorites. So I was happy when I was like, that's my girl. Okay, when she said she committed to the process, homegirl said she committed to the process. Okay, she gonna date everybody. She gonna try to get as many connections as she could get. So I am not mad at her. Okay, the way Laverne wanted to show out Laverne, I'm not even surprised and I'm not even mad. You want to know why? Because I knew you always had it in you, sir. I knew you always had it in you. Okay, listen. Hey, Monique. Hey, Jessica. Look, you said you about to take a nap, girl. Okay. What time is it? Look at me. What time is it? We gonna be up here. We're not gonna be up here for long. We gonna get out of here. I did, y'all. I'm about to try to tint my eyebrows because y'all know I ain't got no eyebrows. So I'm gonna try to tint them. And I did like a little test. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can see it. Right here. It's kind of faded. I didn't leave it on long enough, but I'm gonna see how it turned out. So if I be up here looking crazy in the next couple of days, don't mind me. Don't mind me. It'll fade away. It'll fade away. Hopefully the pencil could cover it. But anyway, y'all, let's get into it. So as we know, uh what do you mean, sir or sis? Oh, you mean you talking about Laverne? If we already knew he had it in him. Something about Sabrina seems a little bit flaky. She likes the attention. She's really got her eye on Demetrius, but why? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna pick him though. But we got time to get into it. Let's go. All right. So as we know, the episode picks up basically where we left off. Okay. Sabrina, not Sabrina. the kid talking about the situation, how she don't want to be bothered with Eric anymore. Okay, she don't want nothing to do with him. She don't want to talk to him. She don't want to see him. She don't want no connections with him because like he needs to find himself and he got some things he needs to learn and grow from. Okay, so we already know how that go. Tommy says she explained to us that they was taking a picture. He put his arms around her waist, and then she was like, "Oh, this is like a prom picture." And he was like, "Oh, it's like a prom picture. I can show you something more." And he put his hands up in her chest area. This is what she said. Okay, he touched her inappropriately, and she said, "I'm a lady. Don't touch me like that." And from then on, she decided that what, this process, he might not be ready to love. He need to do some self reflecting and heal. Okay, Tommy said, "Wow, okay." I'm going to talk to Laverne. I'm going to talk to him myself. And I'm going to get down to the bottom of this. Now, but he let the lady know before they go that they gonna be introducing these men to their exes this week, okay? And they was like, "What? What?" And I was like, "Exactly." And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna do just like Christina. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know me and the names be acting up, okay? Christina, and I'm introducing you to my elementary school ex-boyfriend, okay? If I could find him, because y'all know I ain't gonna be able to find nobody, okay? I'm pulling people out the woodworks, and I'm going just like old boy from last season when he went and got some random. Okay, that's me. I'm picking the randoms all day and all night. You're not about to get my real exes in for what? Okay, but anyway, y'all, they know that one of the guys got to go home this week, so y'all better figure it out. The girl's like, "No, not my exes." Tommy convinced them that the exes could really make a good choice for them. I don't know why. I don't know why Tommy is convinced that these exes be doing it. Okay, like, if you say so, Tommy, if you say so, like, I just don't understand. Obviously, if y'all not together, they not together no more. It had to be some turmoil in there. Had to be. And that don't mean it's gonna be like that in this relationship. I don't like it. I don't like it. But y'all know we do this every season. We don't like it. Okay. So okay. So Joy takes Laverne and Clifton to meet her ex. Okay, I think his name was Sean. I didn't write it down, but Sean is the name that's sticking out to me. Okay, the Eric and the Kia situation is very crazy. It's very crazy, and I'm gonna get more into it when we get to Eric's conversation with Tommy. Okay. The exes will love to throw shade about me. JK, maybe they would. Look. If I was somebody ex, I'm throwing them under the bus. Especially if they did me wrong, child. They better. I'm not the ex to call. I think I got one ex that I'd probably be supportive of. Okay, and he could call me, and I might have a good thing to say about him. But it was from high school. Was it from like now? Okay, of course not from now, because like any ex from when I turned 23 or up, honey, it ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good. And I know I'm half the problem. So hey, it is what it is. So listen, so Joy takes Laverne and Clifton to meet her ex. Okay, now I'm not gonna say nothing, but don't Joy and her ex look like they could be brother and sister? They look real similar to each other. I'm like, y'all sure y'all was exes? They look more like brother and sister, like they related or something like that. Okay, but anyway, Laverne says he's excited to see. He's excited to see what kind of man will let Joy go. Uh, yeah, he said he's excited to see what kind of man will let Joy go. When Laverne comes in, they start talking immediately, and he was like, "So what drew you to her?" He was like, "She just has a good energy about her." And then Joy was like, "Oh no, you saw that green dress." And he was like, "Yeah, I did see that green dress." And I was like, "Exactly. Okay, let's call it what it is." But I feel like sometimes Laverne could be a little bit inappropriate, but I'm gonna get to that point, especially with him and Ace. Like he just be doing too much sometimes, and Laverne be on one. He definitely be on one, and I don't like the way he handles some of these dates. But we gonna get into it, y'all. Okay, because his date with Joy was a little bit more reserved than it was with Ace. Okay. With Clifton was not here for this date at all. Okay, he said, "I don't know what this ex is going to teach me, but how to fail." Okay, and I don't got time for that. He already failed. What he gonna teach me? So when Clifton walks in, here go Laverne, my arch nemesis. Laverne, don't you not even popping, sir? I don't know why you feel like you that guy. You feel like you that guy that you gotta have an arch nemesis, okay, nemesis, but whatever, okay. And he comes in and they start talking. Now Clifton, Clifton asked the ex-boyfriend, so how do y'all communicate? Like, how are y'all still friends? Like, what's the deal? Because like we all know we don't be hanging out with our exes. How many of y'all can really call y'all exes up right now and be like, I want you to come on this dating show and meet these boys that I'm talking to? Barely nobody. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what's the relationships and why they got such good relationships with these exes to be calling them to come on the show to talk about them. Child, half of them men still seem like they want the women, if you ask me, especially Carmen's ex. But anyway, he was like, so Clifton says, so the ex was like, so being jealous ain't gonna get you nowhere. And Clifton was like, so you think I'm jealous? He was like, no, but the question was definitely rooted in jealousy. And I was like, was? Because why else would you ask that question, Clifton? I mean, other than clarity, because I'm not gonna hold you, I would feel the same way. I don't want to do this. I don't know why I'm here. And on top of that, like, how y'all even still in connection with each other? What's going on? Okay. Um, Eric, so meanwhile, Eric goes to talk to Tommy. Okay. Now, when Eric goes in, he sits down, he tells Tommy, like, I'm not doing good, man. Not doing good. Not doing good. Okay. And he said that he did not mean to hurt the kid's feelings, but he did make an appropriate. I guess he touched her. From what it sounded like, now y'all could quote me if I'm wrong. Did it sound like he said he touched her? So if he basically admitted to touching her, and he said that he wasn't going to he said she told him she don't like that, he put his hands down, and that was it. Okay, that was it. So it sounds like he touched her. He know he touched her. He admitted he was wrong for touching her, and he died out. So if he admitted he was wrong for touching her, apologized for touching her, knowing that probably wasn't his intent, then he gonna have to let it go. Well, if she was fine with the apology or whatever it was going to do, what it is. So he vowed out saying that money to him. He just said, it seemed like he admitted to touching her, and he know that it was wrong, and that's why he's leaving. What more can we ask for? What do we need to argue about? What is it making? What's not making sense? Right, Raven. What's your point? He was talking definitely different from the text messages that he was out here putting out on the street. Because according to the way he was, it was so muffled. Tell me how it sounds from you. Make it sound good. I don't know if you want to go through him. Yes, no, maybe so. A little bit, a lot of no. um, we can't hear you. Still muffled. I don't even know what a speaker at. Oh, these are speakers. I think these are speakers. Hold on. Let me try to. You gotta do an old school. I don't know if these are speakers that y'all hear from or what. I'm back on. Better now. Oh, the blow work. Oh, look, I learned that from the Nintendo days. Will you love into the games? It's good now. Okay, great. Child, I gotta blow into it now, I guess. So anyway, it's definitely giving real different energy from when he sent out them text messages. Because my thing is, Eric, why be in such defense mode if you admit to doing it and basically apologize for doing it and know that you did what you did was wrong? Okay, you made an inappropriate, you touched her inappropriate. You apologize for it because it wasn't your intent, which is understandable because it was like a little joking or whatever, and she didn't like it and it went left real fast, but you understood that. So why in the text messages you acting like you don't understand what happened? That's the problem. Like, don't take accountability, then backtrack on your accountability. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I came to the conclusion that he did what she said he did. I don't think it was malicious. I don't think it had malintent. I think it just went south. She didn't like it. It was inappropriate. And he moved his hands immediately. He realized what he did was wrong, apologized for it, and bowed out from the show. You don't think he took accountability for it? He said, I didn't mean to hurt her. I touched her. This, that, and the other. Maybe I do got some more growing to do. Maybe I'm just not ready for love. So I'm going to bow out. It kind of sounds like he took accountability to me, but in the text messages, it's something totally different. But if we going off of basically what we saw on the show, y'all let me know. What y'all think? Y'all think it was him, owning up to it? Or y'all think no? He thought he was with Cameron. Now he thought he was with Cameron. No, seriously. Do y'all think he took accountability? Yes or no? I think him taking accountability was him bowing out by knowing what he did was wrong. But that's just my opinion. He was all over the place. I'm gonna have to watch that part again. But I didn't know if he said he did touch her. I thought he said he put his hands in that region, and she said, No, he said he put his hands up here. He didn't say he didn't touch her. He didn't say he put it in a region. He just said he put his hands up here. Right. Okay. What he said on TV sound like a misunderstanding. The text says something different. Right. You think he took the fall? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he kind of, if I didn't see the text messages, I'm just going to say he took accountability for it. Y'all know the review is based on the show. Okay. The review is based on the show and all the after stuff that we talk about outside of the show. Then we can get down to the nitty gritty. But according to the show, I feel like he took accountability by saying he touched her. He didn't she said no. He said hands down. He didn't mean to hurt, do that. And that's why he took accountability and touch because he realized at this point, I don't think I'm ready to love. I think I need to mature a little bit. Basically, all I know is I really hope that Eric learned that you just can't go put your hands on people. Point blank and the period. Okay. Just don't put your hands on a woman that you have never been physical with. Okay. And even then be very selective about how you do it, where you do it, and who you do it in front of. Because you could have that type of relationship with a woman, but she may not like that in front of other people. So until you are a complete comfortable, and a complete comfortable setting, something you still do. But I also do feel like by, saying, oh, this is a fine hole, it kind of gave like just you feel like, maybe you need to switch it up a little bit. I can see why he thought it would have been the right thing to do, but it wasn't. So I can see why he thought probably it was the right thing to do. It just wasn't, right? It just wasn't. So hopefully he learns to go hands to yourself. If you gotta say this every season, keep your hands to yourself, then you just gonna have to say this every season. Keep your hands to yourself. It went back out. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know what's going on with my phone. Let me know what's going on with my phone. What I'm doing. I think over something that the word. I need a Nintendo blow again. But I ain't nothing going. Where is the actual speaker, y'all? My husband not even here to help me out. I'm gonna have to get an actual speaker. It's still muffling? Let me go to the settings. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, okay? How is this? Does this sound a little bit better? Don't move around because it muffles. It worked. The Nintendo blow is working, child. I don't know what to do. Okay, I switched the mic from both one of the mics in them at my MacBook to another mic. I don't know if that worked, but child, if we go muffle again, we're gonna switch back to the other one. But all I'm saying is I hope he just learned to keep his hands to himself. Okay, I've been in the exact same position before. It was all good at first. He tried the exact move, got ghost after that foolishness. Right. And that's all it literally comes down to. Sometimes men think that it's okay. And I don't know why they think that it's okay. They try to put their hands on your booty when they supposed to be putting their hand around your waist. Okay. They try to feel on your legs. God knows that's not the move. But she said, he said, hands down, I'm not ready to love. I'm going to go home. That's what I took from it. Okay. Now, anyway, I just we're gonna have to get into them text messages a little bit more into detail. I know Kamisha Reviews has them up on her page, and I heard somebody say Jamie, that's me, has them up on one of her pages as well. So y'all go figure it out. We're gonna go into details a little bit more about it, but I kind of feel like I'm gonna let it slide for now because I don't want to keep dwelling on something so personal, especially when I feel like it's really not enough details, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. So he backs out. Okay, so back to Joy and Clifton and Laverne's date. Okay, Laverne wants to know. Wait, Joy X basically tells him, um, they just known each other for a long time. They just really good friends or whatever. And Clifton was like, yeah, but I also know that sometimes a shoulder to cry on could turn into more. And I felt Clifton on that because I really don't understand what's the purpose of being friends with your exes. And I mean, I understand that y'all could form a good relationship, but obviously you might not need to have a relationship with your ex if you're going on to a new relationship, because you can't be running to that ex as your friend to talk about your new current boyfriend. Okay. Clifton didn't care about this meeting. He already said, look, I don't know what he can tell me about Joy other than how he lost her. Okay, other than how he lost her, I don't care. Okay, Laverne, Joyce X says that there's no romantic feelings between them. There's nothing going on. Okay, Laverne's sitting there, and I cannot stand him because he made a comment that just made me so agitated. He's asking him like, "So who you gonna tell her? Who you gonna tell her? I got a nice cash app for you." Did he just try to bribe this man to say pick Laverne? He got a nice cash app for him, like he's some broke bum, like he need his cash app. I know it might have been an all fun and a kiki and a ha ha, but child, that's insulting. Now that I got a nice cash app, and I didn't hear it the first time. So when I was taking my notes, I said, "Did he say what I think he said?" Oh, he did say that. Oh no, that's not the way. That's not the move. Not at all. Okay. Um, It's Laverne was very corny and insecure. Ill. I don't like him because it's like, why are you begging for another man to pick you? Child, if she gonna pick him, if she gonna pick you, she gonna pick you regardless. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his vibe. He comes off very, very superficial. He comes off like he just want to be chosen. He comes off like is that guy, and he's not that guy. But this is all what we're seeing on the Ready to Love. Okay. And I want to say something else. I really feel like, and I know that it's not personal when it comes to the people on TV, but I feel like a lot of them really be getting in their feelings when they be watching reviews and reading comments and stuff like that. And I just want them to know, like, look, no one's taking a personal attack on you, but at the same time, we have to review the show. And I'm not going to be up here sugarcoating stuff. You know, that's how the review go. If you did something that I didn't like, I'm gonna call you out on it, and that's just that on that. Nothing personal. It is what it is. Okay. So I don't know why everybody. It seems like this cast is so bothered a little bit. Every time I turn around, someone bothered, and I'm just like, y'all need to relax. Relax. It's just TV. Relax. Trust me, when this goes off, honey, you're not on my brain whatsoever. Whatsoever. Okay. Who he got an interview with? Wait, Laverne got an interview with who? Because, honey, this tea just got hot. Who his interview with? Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna wait for y'all to tell me who this interview with, and I'm gonna keep going. Okay. Vern sees this as a competition, nothing more. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. He got an interview with Monique. I mean, with Crystal, but he canceled his interview with Kamisha. Let me go on. Mm. Anyways, when everyone leaves, the ex talks to Um, Cameron, okay, I'm gonna say Cameron, child. I done moved on to a whole different person. Done talk to Joy, okay, and he tells Joy that Laverne seems very superficial. He seems very superficial, and that Clifton had more substance to him. Yeah, that's a little shady too. At least I'm not gonna hold you. It's a little shady, and I'm gonna keep my little comments to myself because at the end of the day, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. But I am gonna say it's a little shady because like, wasn't her interview today too? Or was it? No, it was Thursday. Okay, never mind. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Um, he said that he feel like Clifton has a lot of baggage to work through. Joy really likes that he's so honest about his past relationship and the wrongdoing that he did in the wrongdoing that he did. So she really here for him, especially with the whole therapy and seeking counseling and stuff like that. And she said that for her, he is not a risk. Okay, he's not a risk, and that he's the type of guy that them two could stand on the edge together and they could jump together. I said Joy is gonna keep her man no matter what. Okay, ain't nothing no one can tell her about that daggone Clifton that's gonna make her change her mind. At this point, she's just dangling Laverne around just to have Laverne to dangle around. Okay, someone to give her another vote so she can stay here and figure it out with Clifton. Okay, I'll be checking it on IG. I'll be checking it on the IG, and I might watch the review because I feel like he might send me into a rant. Who knows? Okay. Okay. So now we get over to Cameron's ex Marcus. Now, Cameron's ex look kind of old. Okay, so when Paul showed up with Cameron, I said, oh, okay, she definitely got a type. She definitely got a type. She like the older men, okay? So when Donovan came in, I said Donovan just do not fit the type of man that she used to date, and which could also be very good for her because obviously the Popeyes ain't working out, okay? The Popeyes is not working out, all right? So why them two Cameron like sugar daddies? Okay, that's what it's giving. Cameron said, look, but I will tell you one thing. She had them boobs out, honey. She had the dress flowing. What they say about them sundresses, okay? She was serving us nothing but body, addy, 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 addy. Even her ex seemed like he was still into her. And I was like, sir, you came to meet the potentials, okay? Calm it down, relax it down, okay? You said Donovan doesn't like Cameron. Well, I don't know, child. I think Donovan is more on Sabrina's side than Cameron, obviously. But this is how the game of love go. Okay, this is how the game of love go. Yeah, they came in holding hands. I was like, see, this is why Clifton asked the questions that he asked because, like, what's going on here? How many bills you paying? How many bills you paying, huh? What's going on here? Because he was just too into it, right? Okay, so when Paul get there, he's a little shocked, okay, because he learns that Marcus is her ex, and then she tells him that someone else is joining. So he's already like, not only am I being your ex, but you got somebody else coming in. This is crazy. Like, why are we doing this? Okay. So now we jump over to Ace, and Ace is bringing Laverne and Tory to meet her ex. Okay. Based on her ex, Laverne does not seem like her type whatsoever. When you look at her ex, it definitely says that Tory is Ace's type. They both have this like sensual, like not sensual, but like soulful side of them because he be rapping and she just be so peaceful, like they be doing yoga together. It seemed like that type of vibe over there. Her ex-boyfriend, even he has that vibe, like that hippie vibe. If that's the right thing that I'm thinking, like that hippie vibe is giving that real Afrocentric thing going on between all of them. They look like they could all be good friends. Okay, so when you see Laverne sit here, he just looks like a sore thumb standing out, okay? And I'm just like, whoo, child. I don't understand how these people be picking totally opposites of what they normally attracted to based on who they be picking, okay? So hold on, it looks like we already know each other. Okay. Laverne says that he's excited to see what type of man Ace dates because He knows that he's not her typical type of guy. So when he came in and saw him, I said, "Yup, we know you're not her typical type of guy. That's obvious, okay?" So the first thing the ex asked him was, he asked Laverne, "Is he jealous?" Laverne says he's not jealous. He don't need to be jealous. He could stand in a room with Barack Obama, Jay-Z, and he could still hold his own. Ain't no need to be jealous. I said, okay, you can say what you want, but if you put me in a room with Beyonce, I'm going to fan the hell out, okay? And I'm still not going to be jealous, but I'm definitely going to fan the hell out, okay? Her ex was fine. Her ex was nice looking, okay? They look like the type that do tantric yoga, and the ones that do what's that called, Kama Sutra, they look like they get into that type of stuff. Don't Ace give you that type of vibe? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Talk about something. I could stand in a room with a Barack Obama. Sir, I don't care who you are. You stand in a room with the president of the United States, you gonna feel some type of way. Not necessarily jealous, okay? But you're gonna feel some type of way because that's a different type of power, okay? So that's Laverne though, y'all. What Precious say he got this godlike complex about him? Yeah. And it's so funny that, you know, Precious the one throwing out all the tea, and she's the one who didn't like Laverne the most. Don't y'all think so? Okay, let me go ahead and mind my business because we're not at that part yet. Okay. So Donovan shows up to meet with Cameron's ex, and Tory shows up to meet with Ace ex. So now we got a full set on both ends of the dates. Okay, Donovan and Paul are talking about their intentions. Paul says that his intentions with Cameron is to make her spend a little time being his girlfriend, a little time being his fiance, and the rest of her life being his wife. I said, who wrote that out for you, Paul? Who wrote that out for you? Because, child, you just met her. Okay, you just met her and you talking about a little bit of time being my girlfriend, a little bit of time being my fiance, and the rest of her life being my wife. Child, write it in a Hallmark card and sell it. Because that sounds like the perfect saying. Put it in a Hallmark card and sell it. Donovan is like, I just want to, be there to, help her grow and learn and this, that, and other. I'm like, that gives you more of a realistic point, because I honestly don't think Paul was really looking to get married. I mean, he may be looking for love, but I don't think he about to walk out and just be like, yeah, I'm married. That's it. Okay. But then again, he is of a certain age, so who knows? Maybe. Now, listen, when when her ex brought up the fact that she is always around beautiful men, beautiful women, people, in the spotlight and stuff like that, he was like, "Is you won't be able to handle that? You won't be able to handle that." Of course, Donovan was like, I can handle that. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm secure in my own thing. And Paul's like, well, I'm used to people like this and this, that, and other. I'm just sitting here like, Chloe ain't cutting Paul no slack. Look. Let me tell you something. When they both left from talking with the ex, I just knew that the ex was going to say Paul. I thought they had an older connection, and he felt like he was more mature for her, and that he could keep her stable and grounded and all this other stuff. But when he said that Donovan was the better fit because he could fit in his life, and he said that Paul looked soft, I said, not soft. not soft. Like, that man literally came up there and said he looked soft. I said Paul was trying to be cute and got called soft all at the same time. Child, Paul, you can't be cute with these men. You can't be cute with these men. So her ex ultimately thinks that, the best choice for her is Donovan. But something about Donovan in this whole, then it just seemed like he didn't fit in. He didn't feel like, it didn't seem like he was comfortable. It seemed like he was kind of uninterested, just a little bit. I don't know what it was, but I wasn't getting the energy. Oh, yes, Paul got a little bit of money though, because what is he? He's a software engineer, right? That sound right up. That sound like right up the alley that Cameron went. He said that he willing to sign over the deed and the credit cards and everything else. So he got a little bit of money. I'm just saying, y'all say what y'all want, okay? And he cleaned up really nice, okay? he cleaned up really nice, Mr. Software Engineer. Okay, so I thought that was really, really cute. I thought that was I said really cute, but we already know that Donovan just looked uninterested. I don't know if he was or not, but his whole demeanor wasn't giving I want to be here. Like I don't it didn't even look like he got dressed for the date, right? It looked like he just put on his t-shirt and jeans and was like, "All right, well, I'm going to go meet with Carmen and her ex today. Let me just go over there." It didn't look like he really thought about the, like really getting into it. So, that's all I got from that date. Now, let's get over to Tory and Tory and Laverne. Okay. So Tory says that Ace is like his piece. Okay. Laverne starts talking about how Ace gets his blood flowing. I'm sitting here like, how do we go from this man saying that this woman is his piece to you saying that she gets your blood flowing? Like, Laverne, you are so inappropriate. Okay. Between the Cash App and the blood flowing, like, for what? Is it necessary? You are in a room full of men, okay, and one woman that one person has been with, another person is pursuing just as well as you, and you are literally bringing up y'all going to be naked one time, and you literally bringing up the fact that she gets your blood flowing, and you're really being very inappropriate, and you're making her feel uncomfortable. It was very obvious that she was uncomfortable. You could say, like, she giggled and kikied it off because she's a lady, okay? She was like, ha, 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 ha. Like, boy, is you crazy? And I'm saying here, like, Laverne, is you crazy? Did you really come out your mouth and just start talking reckless in a room full of people? Inappropriate. AF. Inappropriate AF. Like, don't do that. And I'm surprised that Ace didn't check him, because she seemed like the type of lady that would be like, Laverne, that's not good. I like Donovan so far and the kid, maybe not together, but individually. Okay. Donovan was the only one who had some sense and had good energy. Plus, he's fine to me and his nose piercing and all. Okay. Donovan, you got some girls out here, Donovan. Okay. Donovan is a handsome man. I ain't going to hold you. Okay. He is a handsome man, but he is not here for Cameron. Y'all can say what y'all want. Cameron, Carmen, y'all know who I'm talking about. Don't come in the daggone comments. I was like, her name Carmen. Her name Carmen. Y'all know who I'm talking about, okay? But he was Laverne was being definitely inappropriate this whole episode, okay? So when them two leave, the ex tells her that if she wants someone to lead her, then she should go with Laverne. And if she wants to lead someone, then she should go with Tory. Now, I don't know why he got that vibe, because what Tory said was, I don't feel as though what he say? I don't feel like, I'm trying to remember what he said. He didn't say, dang. Y'all, I can't remember. It's gonna come to me. When they were sitting at the table, who he asked them, basically about leading a woman. Tory didn't say, I don't know what he said, y'all. Whatever. Child, I don't know what he said, but I don't feel like Tory's the type of guy that you need to, like, if you want to lead him, if you want to be in charge, then you need to be with Tory. I think Tory is just a little bit sensitive, okay? And poor Sabrina done messed this man up so bad that he really is struggling through this whole process. I'm not gonna say that Tory was, the best fit for Ace, but if it had to be anyone, especially out of Tory and Ace, it would definitely be Tory for me. Okay. And I like the fact that he showed up a little bit more, and he definitely didn't want to be there, because we know Tory did not want to meet none of the exes. He was not here for it at all. Okay. Laverne needs to come up off my TV screen, nasty sap sucker. Oh, he is. This is it for him. Okay. This is it for him. But let me ask y'all a question real quick. Do y'all believe Tory said he's not about dominating his partner? Right. He said he's not about dominating his partner. Like that, it does. Why do I have to be, a certain way? And I totally agree with that. That's why I don't understand what he meant by, if you want to lead him, then go with him. I don't like that comment. And this is what I mean. I don't know. Something about that didn't fit right with me. It just didn't sit right with me at all. But I'm going to say that Tory was a good sport about this date when it came to Ace. Okay. And this is the only date that he showed up for. He definitely showed up for this one, and that's it. Okay. uh Remember Tory and Ace? Remember he was doing the poetry with her and they were sitting on the swing at the cookout. Remember, they've kind of been vibing for a while now, though. Them two actually been vibing for a while. Exactly. So I don't know, but do y'all think that Tory is the type of guy that if you want to lead that you need to be with? Do y'all get that vibe from him? As you know, her ex has said. I don't really get that, but they say men know men. So the same way that what's the name? Cameron's ex called Paul soft. I don't think Paul's soft at all. But men see something we don't. Men see something we don't. Now, y'all, Sabrina takes Demetrius, Donovan, and Tory to meet her ex. I said, go ahead, Sabrina. Now, Sabrina takes Demetrius on a solo date, which is basically like her just saying, "Is Demetrius for me?" Right? Like she went on a solo date with Demetrius and she took Donovan and Tory on a mixed date. Now that would make me upset if I was Tory, because did Tory know that she went on a date with Demetrius solo? Could you imagine if he would have found out? Poor Tory probably would have been in the parking lot crying, child. He'd have been in his car crying. Okay. But Tory says that he going on his date. He about to go on a date with Sabrina and Donovan and Demetrius and so also him with all her connections. He was like, I don't understand how you can have all these connections. I don't even have time for all these connections. Tory was in his feelings. I don't know what happened between him and Sabrina, but he was caught up. I do not know what him and Sabrina was talking about on the phone. I don't know how late they was boo loving. I don't know what the pillow talk sound like, but Sabrina must got some good talk game because Tory was so upset and in his feelings. Okay, Sabrina, with Sabrina, do not like his attitude whatsoever. Doesn't like his attitude whatsoever. Meanwhile, he on the sideline talking about something. You would never know how I feel because I hide my feelings with a smile. Tory, we looking right through you. What are you talking about? You hiding your feelings with a smile. Sir, we see right through you. Right through you. You are definitely in your feelings, okay? So Sabrina is already like she doesn't like his attitude. She said something like, I'm always sweet to you. And he was like, as she would say, I was like, Tory, don't come in here acting bitter. Okay, when he said, as she would say, I said, child, Tory is about to act up at this table. He is definitely about to act up at this table. Okay, but he was definitely very bothered. Okay, so when Donovan showed up, Donovan is very present. Donovan started asking questions because y'all know Tory say he ain't got no questions he want to ask. Okay, ain't nothing he need to know. Okay, why pick up trash after you throw it out? I said, okay, Tory. Okay, so Donovan come in asking the questions. We find out that Sabrina is out here being an activist, okay, fighting for the people. And I was like, I knew it's something about Sabrina I just like, okay, Sabrina for the people, y'all, okay, activism all the way, okay. And he said, you're not going to be able to talk her out of it. Do you think you can handle that? He said, I can handle that. When Demetrius is talking to the friend, we find out that Demetrius don't like to include his women on decision making. He said that's not something he used to, but he don't consider a red flag. So it's giving me that Demetrius might be a little bit of controlling. I don't know. Based on the comment, seem a little bit controlling. Okay. He was like, if she disagrees with something after we have a conversation about it and I still do it, you think it's going to be a problem? I said, Demetrius, you ain't got to ask that, because if y'all have a disagreement about something and she tell you not to go do it and you go do it, yeah, it's going to be a problem. Pull up on the ops. Do we have a problem? A whole one. A whole one. Like, sir, you know better than that, Demetrius. Stop asking questions you got the answers to, okay? I'm Lil Wayne right now. Do you really got that written down in your notebook? Child, what's wrong with her? With him, okay? So Sabrina asked Tory if he asks right now, he asked him right now, would this work? Okay. Tory says honestly, and he was like, no, lie. Of course, honestly. I said, Tory about to cut up in here. Okay. He says, no, probably not. Because they would have to show interest in each other. I said, Tory, she brought you on a date to meet her ex, which means that she's still interested in you. That's what this means. But Tory is like, I'm a one man type of woman, and I'm a one woman type of man. So is it gonna be me and nothing but me? I don't want it. And I'm starting to think that this wasn't the show for you, Tory. This was not the show. You have to be open to your connection, having other connections. You just have to. You just have to, okay? So I just was like, oh, I don't know. Not Tory going to send Sabrina an invoice for them cupcakes. Child, I don't know what Sabrina got, but child, she got Tory nose wide open. Okay, he is in his poor little feelings, and I almost feel a little bit bad for him because he just want love, and he thought he found it, and Sabrina was like, "No, I really wanted Demetrius the whole time." I don't know, but now I'm sitting here like Sabrina got a lot of connections. Sabrina, what you doing over here, girl? You just picking them up? That's what you're doing. You really building these connections, or you just picking them up? Because when she had that date with Donovan last week and he said, are you open to get to know me? And she said, yeah, she was not playing. She was not playing whatsoever, okay? We supposed to be narrowing it down, and this one is adding on people. She's just adding into people, okay? He looked so defeated this episode. I really felt bad for him. This is just not the show for him. Like, because it seemed like he really wanted love. He thought he found it, but it just wasn't it. When they leave, the ex asked she asked her ex about them. He said, oh, I forgot. He asked Donovan would he pick Sabrina today? And Donovan was like, yeah. And I never said it out loud, but yeah, I would definitely pick her. If I had to pick today, I would pick Sabrina. And he said that with such confidence. I said, yeah, for Cameron, he would never. For Cameron, he would have never said immediately, yes, I would definitely pick her today. But then something about it made me not believe it because he was in a confessional and he was like, we have a lot of things in common and stuff like that, but it's still kind of early. I say, so is it too early, or would you pick her, Donovan? Make up your mind. These people are so flip floppy. I don't know what to believe when it comes to them. Because you told the ex-boyfriend, that you would definitely choose her, but then you get in a confessional and say that if you had you don't know, it's still kind of early. Sabrina playing games like Kyra, and we know how that ended. Ooh. Plot twist. Okay, is Sabrina going to end up not being my favorite by the end of this? Or like Adriana? Child, don't say that, because y'all know Sabrina my girl. Sabrina my girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So when she sits down and talks to her ex says it's a no for Tory all the way. No Tory, X him out, throw him away. Okay. He did say that out of Demetrius and Donovan would fit her the best, and he probably would make her the most happy. And between him and Demetrius, they don't even come close to each other. So for him, he picks Donovan. Okay. Oh, Sabrina is come on now. Y'all don't do that to me. Don't tell me about episode like 9. What's episode is it? 7? Don't tell me about episode 9. I'm gonna be not liking Sabrina. Y'all don't trust her. Sabrina should rethink Demetrius. Demetrius seemed controlling. I don't like it. That structuredness about him, and about if he don't like the he don't like to add people into his decision making, and he never did that before, and he don't consider it a red flag or whatever. But then he goes to state that if he did it anyway, would she be upset about it? I'm just sitting here like, no, Demetrius, these are not the right questions to be asking. No, it's just not the right questions to be asking. I don't know. I don't like Demetrius for her, but I do think that Sabrina and Donovan would make a cute couple. They look good together too. So maybe that could work. Maybe that could work. Why don't they just hook up so we can see what that really looked like? He didn't give her nothing to make her want him unless we haven't seen it. I'm telling you, it's something about that Sabrina pillow talk. It got to be in the pillow talk with Sabrina. Okay, it got to be. So y'all, we get to Demetrius, and Demetrius meets Tina's ex, and Paul meets Tina's ex. Okay, Paul already know what's up because he already been on one of these dates, so he know when he come in. Oh, it's date week. It's the ex week. I'm about to meet the ex. He comes in. He see another chair. Oh, somebody else showing up. Demetrius comes in, and then he said here. Paul was like, Demetrius. When did they get a connection? I said, child, everybody's just picking up these connections along the way, honey. Paul, don't worry about it. We always be wondering what be happening too. Okay, Christina and Dagon, Demetrius went on one date, and now all of a sudden he meeting the exes. It's a connection for them. I don't know, and she was not even really liking him or interested in him. So Paul was definitely blindsided. And I don't blame him. But when her ex-boyfriend started talking, she's talking about they was like dating like years ago. Years ago. And he's up there telling them that she took his phone, she punched a hole in the wall. And I'm sitting here like, girl, why did you pick this the ex? Why is this the ex that you picked? Girl, he is wilding. He's not making you look good at all. Girl, he just basically said you're abusive. He said you be taking phones, throwing them a bunch of holes in walls. What's happening? What's happening? But when you put it in context and you realize that they were like kids when this was happening, okay, and he was hiding in the bathroom from somebody's mother or father, hiding in the bathroom from somebody's father who he shouldn't have been with anyway, then you start to think like, yeah, they was in school. They was in school. He hid from parents. It makes sense as to why she was taking phones and punching holes in walls. But child, punching the holes in the wall. How strong are you, Tina? How strong? I have never. If I tried, maybe. And I took karate. I was breaking boards like this. Okay, so I mean, no, not like this, but like this. I was breaking them boards. So I probably do got a little strength for the wall. I'm just saying. I probably do got a little bit of strength for the wall. But y'all, I was just sitting here like, I don't know what's up with this connection between why she brought that ex up there because she not 31. y'all, okay. Don't she look like the bride of Chucky? Not in a bad way, but like her face, how it just looked like straight. And then she got that mole right there. Y'all don't think she looked like the bride of Chucky? I just was looking at her like, why is she giving me those vibes? I don't know, but she was definitely giving me those vibes. Okay. Um, he asked Demetrius, does he think Demetrius is ready? He asked Demetrius, why do he know he's ready to love? Demetrius talks about his divorce. Okay, and he talks about why how he was part of the problem, or basically most of the problem, and he went to counseling to get it fixed. And I was like, oh, after he gave his little speech, I'm not gonna hold you, my little heart was like, oh, maybe Demetrius is ready to love. Okay, I'm feeling it. Okay, and then so I was kind of here for his answer. Okay, his answer kind of won me over just a little bit, okay. Paul said he just wants someone he can shower with all the love he has to give, aka the money he has to give. Child, Paul, no, he ain't nobody's, but he ain't nothing but nobody's sugar daddy. Okay, y'all. I'm like, how we go from divorce to counseling to just want to give someone all the love that I got to give? Okay, if you say so, okay. Meanwhile, Clifton is over here having a date with the Kia and giving her all the PDA that he can think of. Now, this is what made me start side-eyeing Clifton a little bit, because I was like, Clifton, what you doing? Clifton said that he was over there, filling on the Kia and doing the extra because he wanted to make sure that it was still no connection or jealousy on her side or his side. So he was trying to see if she was going to push him away, and he was trying to see if homeboy was going to be in his feelings. I said, at Clifton, why you over there testing? Now you Elijah Wan setting up traps and tests? Okay, Clifton is a little bit jealous, y'all. Clifton is a little bit jealous. He's talking about something. I should have did that on my date with Joy. No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. Clifton was not here for these dates with these exes. No. Mm-mm. And that little bit of jealousy was coming out of him. And I'm like, you like this with both of them? I thought it was just a Joy thing. But is it the Kia thing too? Or is this a Clifton thing? Which one is it, Clifton? Let me know. Yeah, he was laughing the whole time while doing it. Clifton was like, I don't care about your questions. I don't care about nothing. I'm just gonna fill on the kid. Like a little cat, but fill on the kid. Just doing the utmost. Okay, he wasn't even trying to have a conversation with that, but he was like, I ain't got nothing to talk to him about. I probably never see him. He probably is a cool dude, but he could be a cool dude right over there. And I was like, child, I don't know. Okay, I do not even know. Okay. um, let me see y'all, because I done skipped all through my notes. Cause these was back and forth scenes, but I done went through the whole date with Nakia, with Carmen and her ex, and him telling all the business. Okay, Paul says that after their date, he realized that the ex never asked him, was he ready to love? Okay, was no, he never said that. Not Cameron, Christina was ready to love, and I was just like, Paul, are you ready to love? What's happening here? Why you want him to ask to tell you that she's ready to love? He don't know her. Okay. The last time he probably had a conversation with her was the day they broke up and she ghosted him. Because remember, she be ghosting people. Okay. And that's because he was cheating on her and sneaking in the bathrooms when he was supposed to probably be with her at the lunch table. That's what happened, okay? They don't have no real friendship. She wrote him a message on the DM because they was friends in high school. They still follow each other on Facebook. She was like, hey, you one of my exes. You want to come on this show? And he was like, sure. But I'm going to tell that story about how you stole my phone and punched a hole in the wall. And she was like, ha, that's cool. I just need to bring somebody. Child, they don't really be talking like that. He don't know if that girl ready to love or not. This relationship was when they was like 16. They was babies. Okay. Okay. I don't understand how Paul is still here either. But for some reason, the woman is loving them some Paul. Okay. Some of these women is really, really feeling him. So he's just holding on by a string, child. But I keep trying to tell you, I think it has to do something about the age range. I think when you hit a certain age range, Paul becomes that type of guy for those women. It's not for me. It's not for me. But okay. So why the kid still didn't say anything about Clifton feeling all over her leg? She did. She said it when they was at the women's bar when she said that he was giving her a whole bunch of PDA. You trying to say that it was okay for Clifton to be feeling all over her, but it wasn't okay for Eric too? I guess it's the area. I guess this is a more sensitive area than the leg. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. If somebody touch your leg versus touch your breast, I think it'd be probably two different reactions too. And he was really just doing it out in the open. But hey, you could get away with what you want to get away with. Well, who lets you get away with it? And it don't matter if she said she was uncomfortable with him, doesn't mean she's uncomfortable with him. Right? So I guess that's just that on that. Because she likes him a lot. And she will give him that one a pass. That's what I'm saying. You say she foolish, but that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it goes to a certain point, right? Your boyfriend could touch you a certain way, but not some random guy. Or maybe she had more of a connection with Clifton, and it was understood. Don't need to be explained. But just because we got something understood, don't mean that me and you do, and you ain't got to be up here trying to put your hands on my breast either. I don't know. The whole thing came back to it about being around. He did it around. Who did he do it around? And she was really upset because she had a connection with him. Demetrius. Was it Demetrius? Tory? Somebody. But anyway. Clifton don't even shake that man. No, Clifton didn't shake that man hand at all. Clifton did like Laverne did when he walked in with Sabrina. Sup? Donovan. Right. And she was really feeling Donovan. So she was really upset that he was trying to do the most. And she got another connection there. Like she don't want him to get thrown off the same way Tori got thrown off by her by Sabrina kissing Demetrius. You see how sensitive these men are. As soon as they think you got a connection with somebody else, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't want nothing to do with you. And she was upset about that. Like, you about to mess up my Donovan date. You about to mess up my thing with Donovan because you want to put your hands on my breast in the public. So I guess they just wasn't on that level. Race to love needs to make sure everyone knows to keep them hands to themselves no matter the circumstance. Child, you would think that the grown people would already know this, right? You would think that the grown people who are well overgrown, I mean, these is grown people. These ain't your newly grown people, your young adults. Okay, these is grown people with grown kids. They should know better. Why we gotta explain this to you? Child, but okay. So now y'all, they all meet up at the ladies' lounge, okay? The wine bar. And Tommy tells them that Eric bowed out gracefully, he's gone. And they like, good for him, good for him. I hope he gets the help that he needs. And I'm like, y'all act like this man was out here wild. Which makes me believe, y'all, and I know this is so last season, that something about that shallow situation wasn't right, because allegedly the production made Eric leave. Allegedly it was production who made Eric leave. So if production stepped in this time and made Eric leave and not Phil, then I don't know. But then again, I will have to see the reunion. If Eric is not at the reunion, then I'm definitely going to say it probably has something to do with production. But if he is at the reunion, then it probably didn't. I'm just going by what I'm hearing out here on the YouTube streets. Okay, that's all. Now we get to the ladies' lounge, the wine bar. Okay, Tommy asked them about the dates with the exes. Joy says that she knew Clifton wasn't happy about it, but he wrote it out. I was like, the bare minimum. Good for you, Clifton. The bare minimum. Okay. The kid talks about how Clifton was, a little heavy on the PDA, and Joy was over there giving her this side eye, like he was doing what now? He was touching on what now? He was doing what now? I see. I bet you Joy called Clifton after like I said we can have other connections for the TV show, but you need to learn to keep your hands to yourself, sir. I'm sure she had a whole conversation with him about this, okay? Because y'all know that them two are secretly locked in. I don't care what nobody say or don't say. They secretly locked in. They going through the motions for sure. You can't tell me otherwise, okay? You think production doesn't want any more smoke. Shallow situation was different, right? I don't. I think production definitely told Eric to self-eliminate. That's what I'm hearing, and I kind of believe it. But we will have to see how this plays out when it gets to the actual reunion. If Eric's at the reunion, then I'm gonna have to say it definitely did not production, because they wouldn't have him at the reunion. Yeah, they wouldn't have him at the reunion. Okay. Cameron and Sabrina exes both picked Donovan. Obviously, I'm not surprised. Okay, even though I think Sabrina was like, he definitely picked one of the D's. Girl, we heard which one he picked. He definitely said Donovan. Why is we keeping it a secret? We heard him. We heard him. Okay. All right. So now we get into who we not feeling the most. Okay. Sabrina says Laverne. She says it's just a friendly connection. The kid says Laverne, he has a strong negative energy, and she matches his energy. I said, okay, the kid, don't send the kid to give Laverne the message, because child, that would have been a fight. Okay. Tina says Laverne, she didn't feel a connection, and Tory. Okay, Cameron says Laverne and her didn't have a connection, and Tory and her just didn't connect. Okay, so Laverne came up quite a few times, and then Tory started showing up in the mix. Okay, so Joy says Tory and Demetrius. Okay, she says that the process seems like it's a lot for Troy, and I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like it definitely is a lot for Troy. Troy, this is not the show for you, okay? And based on how he's been moving on social media, deleting his account because he needs to get his mental space and stuff like that, I really, really feel for him, because I feel like he didn't really understand to the full effect of what he was signing up for. And because he is sensitive, that is really affecting his mental health. And then the comments and things that people saying, because honestly, I know people were saying things, but what was y'all saying to this man to have him so riled up in his feelings about the kidney smashing? Because it was a ha joke for me, but I guess people was really dragging him about it. Okay. Was really, really dragging him about it. So I was like, oh, I hope he's okay. Unpopular opinion, Clifton and Joy connection seem very surface level. You think so? I kind of feel like they had a connection from day one. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all remember the first time I saw them together, I said the way they were just sitting on that bench, sitting back, talking, and having a good old time. It felt like they had already known each other for years. Like they was just, sitting on the bench, having a regular day. This was just them talking and just whatever. It didn't seem like they was forcing a conversation. They was just having conversation, like me and my husband would if we sat on the bench. Okay. And we was being a little flirty. Okay. In Tory defense, the show has good intentions for season 1 through 3, but the last 2 seasons has been trash, and I would have eliminated myself the first week or two if I was on the show. I just feel like Tory is just definitely sensitive. Right, Janice. He's sensitive. And I don't think he knew what he signed up for. So when Joy says she feels like this is a lot, this process is a lot for Tory, I really believe it. I really believe it. And not for nothing, I also feel that because Tory is a handsome man, his ego probably got hurt too. You got to think about it too, because I'm sure Tory has no problem with getting women, right? Because he's a handsome looking man, nice build, nice height. Like he especially when he let them dress down. Okay. He's something to look at. So I know the rejection for him might have been hard because he never quite recovered from it. He never quite recovered from that one rejection from Sabrina. Okay. So Joy says that he's never really, ever since the truth and dare, he's been very standoffish. So Tommy turns to Sabrina and was like, you had a lot to do with that. She says, well, he kissed someone else, so I guess he recovered very well. I said, who out there running their mouth? who told who? Okay, so apparently Sabrina says that she found out that he went out of his way to kiss Precious to get back at her. I was like, Tory, at Tory, no, you did not go out your way to go kiss Precious to get back at Sabrina. Now listen, this would make sense as to why the kiss came out of nowhere. Because remember, we were saying here, like, what made him think that it was okay, that was the moment to get up and kiss? Why he thought that was the moment? How we get from going to take a shot to you just leaning up against the table to go kiss this girl? So now when you think about it, you play the scene back in your head, you say, Tory, did you really go kiss Precious just to get back at Sabrina? Did you really do that? Precious out here snitching. Okay, definitely out here snitching. The show is a pressure cooker. It's not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. Okay. So now all of a sudden, everybody gotta go take a sip. We gotta take a sip. We gotta sip to this. I said, if y'all gotta at least, y'all gotta show us that production told y'all to take a sip. Here go Joy. Ooh, let me find something to sip. Who wrote the script? The script said, now everyone take a sip. Okay, let me find something to sip. I said, if they don't get out of here with them all trying to take a sip now, ooh, the tea is so hot. Right. But for him, Bianca, I think it was a sense of rejection because you saw how he reacted afterwards. So you said that the comment from Sabrina wasn't called for. She was acting like she was mad. She's not making sense. So I said the same thing. We was watching it, right? I said it seemed like what he did actually worked because it sounded like she was all up in her feelings. But and then I was trying to figure out who went and told her. But I'm assuming that it was Precious. It had to be Precious. Precious was out here. Precious was calling everybody when she got eliminated. Precious was like, you know what? No. I'm about to call Sabrina. I'm about to call Laverne. I'm calling everybody. I don't care. She was so upset. Okay. So Sabrina go to meet with Laverne and Dakia go to meet with Tory because these two are down in the bottom. Okay. Now listen. I'm not going to hold y'all. I honestly thought that this was Tory's week. I wanted it to be Laverne's week, but I honestly thought it was Tory's week, okay? But Tory got to stay. And I'm going to get that out the way easy, okay? Tory got to stay, y'all. They still think he's ready for love, okay? He may, not be fully in the process, but nonetheless, he is ready for love, and he just need to go find somebody else to love that's not Sabrina, okay? Because Sabrina and Tory just not going to work out, okay? It's already too much bad blood between them. They're going to have to let it go. And I want to know, when did Sabrina find out about this kiss? Because she definitely still brought him to meet the ex. But okay. Okay, sis. Okay. So when Laverne comes in, y'all, Laverne said that he got wind that Sabrina and Cameron and Tina wanted to vote him out so he could come, so that they could come in between him and Ace. Okay. I said, that don't even sound right. Because if you talk about Sabrina, Cameron, and Tina, them three don't have a connection with you. It don't take them anything to say that they don't have a connection with you. When Tommy says who's your lowest, who's your weakest connection, or who you don't have a connection with, they're not lying. They're not lying, Laverne. Laverne made it seem like they were lying about having a connection with him, and they was like, oh, we got to kick him out. Okay. Some would say, oh, well, they plotted last season. Yeah, they plotted last season, and they was trying to get other people to change their votes. These women are just being honest about how they feel. Obviously, they don't have a connection with Laverne. So what are they going to say? Laverne, okay? So Laverne came in because he had time today, honey. Laverne had time today. Homeboy walked in. He was like, he's like, give her a little dab. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna hug. Why would I hug somebody who I know don't like me? Sabrina was like, hold on. What are you talking about? Like, can we just have a conversation? He was like, no. I was like, oh, he's about to act a complete ass up in here, okay? Now he was like, I know that y'all was trying to vote me off, okay? Sabrina was like, vote him off? He's a non-effing factor. Like, what did he mean? Somebody trying to vote him off? Like, who is he? And I'm like, right, who is he? Laverne was channeling David. Okay, he was trying to jump in front of the enemy, honey. Trying to jump in front of the devil. Like, Laverne, sir, that God complex that Precious says you had, sir, it's showing up. And it's crazy because when Sabrina was walking away, she was mad. She was walking away and she was like, you wasn't in my bottom because you was in my bottom because I didn't have a connection with you. That's why you was in my bottom. Okay. He was like, well, that's what your friend said. That's what Precious said. I said, Precious is out here. Precious is out here. Precious is Ron. Remember how Ron left that season and Ron started telling everybody's business? Y'all know how Ron left, and we was talking about Ron for like 2 episodes later because he was telling everybody's business. Child, Precious said, I'm not going out without a fight. Y'all not going to do me dirty. I'm going to show y'all who not ready to love, okay? I was like, nah, Precious. And Precious was the main one who did not like Laverne. Y'all know Precious was the main one who didn't like Laverne. So why she go and call him? Why she go call him? He like, go ahead, just tell me I ain't ready to love. Go ahead, just tell me I ain't ready to love. I was cracking up. Production was like, you need to apologize. I'm not going to apologize to her. She the one cursed me out. What I'm apologize to her for? I said, Laverne, he got to go home. Don't get that man no drinks, no nothing. Get him an Uber. Let him go home. Y'all, I was so through. I said, Precious is definitely the new Ron. She was throwing everybody business out here. She's telling Sabrina that, Tory was throwing out the kisses. She out here telling Laverne that the girls was plotting to kick him out. Oh, child, she messy boots over there, okay? I can't wait to the reunion because they about to turn this reunion out. I wish we would have heard this part before she had her interview. I didn't watch her interview, but I feel like this is one of the questions we need to ask her. So why did you feel it was necessary to tell Laverne? And we know that you didn't like Laverne because you said Laverne got a God complex, okay? So why you felt like you needed to tell him that the woman was trying to kick him out? And is that true? But I don't feel like they was trying to kick him out because obviously, y'all, they don't have a connection with this man. It's not that hard to just say his name. You don't have a connection with him. Like, come on, this don't make sense to me. But y'all, that was ready to love. That was ready to love, child. They was up here acting up tonight. The reunion gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. And y'all, I know how to stream from my TV, from the app now. I might stream it because I think they just gonna give me a copyright and then I could just let it down. But I gotta see how it go. And I'm waiting for them to they still ain't monetized my Married at First Sight review, and I don't know what that's about. I don't even know what that's about. No, they monetized the review. They didn't monetize the actual re-upload I did. So I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Um, Funny how he's mad, but kept saying Sabrina wasn't a connection. Right, right. Sabrina wasn't a connection. So why? So why are you even doing all of this? Like she wasn't your connection. Like I can see if they purposely tried to not have a connection with you. And then like they was like trying to shade you. They just didn't have a connection. There's something wrong with Laverne, y'all. But I'm happy he going because I told y'all it was time for him to go. It's time for him to go. And unfortunately, we got next week, y'all. Let's talk about next week real quick. Next week we get to meet the guy's best friends. And Phil coming back, y'all. Phil is coming back, okay? And Phil is friends with Donovan. Best friends. So I was like, Donovan got up here because of Phil. Is you really looking for love, Donovan? Because you know you went what's that girl that he was dating? Not Stacy. What's that girl he was dating? What's that girl name? It's not Stacy, right? No, Stacy was from the other season. I can't get that girl name in my out my mouth. But anyway, we know that him and the Sydney, we know that Phil and the Sydney no longer dating. Okay, so I don't know what that looked like. I don't know what that's about. And is Donovan really looking for love, or did he just get the connection? Ooh, ooh, questions we need answers to. Questions we need answers to. So y'all, I don't know. And then I did hear that I think Aisha and Dante broke up too, allegedly, okay? Because supposedly they both unfollowed each other on Instagram and stuff like that. And then I was reading one of the comments and somebody was like, they've been broke up a while ago. And I was like, for real? When was this a while ago? I don't follow Aisha or Dante, so I don't know. But this is what they saying out there in the street, y'all, allegedly. Yeah, it seemed like everybody just be breaking up. So is Ready to Love really giving us couples or what? I don't know. Oh yeah. Laverne said he gonna go be with his dog. Him and his dog. It's Laverne and his dog. They gonna ride out. That's it. Okay, he done with love. Laverne done with love. PSA announcement: Laverne is done with love. He's riding out with his dog to the end. That is it. That is all. Okay. Aisha and Dante are too busy for each other. Ready to Love is fraudulent. Child, I don't know what's going on out here when Ready to Love. Throw the whole show away. Child, I heard about Aisha and Dante breakup already. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know how long this been. I just, got a wind of it through Kamisha Reviews, and then I was reading the comments, and then they were saying that they had already did this and stuff like that. And it's funny because in our membership chat, remember we was talking about them breaking up, and y'all was like, no, not them two, the other two, Phil and Sydney, not Dante and Aisha. Because I was like, what? And they come to find out it is Dante and Aisha and Phil and Sydney. So y'all, it's everybody from that season. Anybody who came out as a couple is not together. What's that girl name who was messing with that other guy? Zadia and Nahum, they together still? And Cornelius and the other girl? Girl, I can't get that girl name out my head. I mean, I can't. I think that's how much I was really not liking her. I don't know her name, but whatever, y'all. I don't know. It's been fun talking to y'all, hanging out with y'all, chilling with y'all, laughing with y'all. But I'm about to go and get ready for my night. I feel like just chilling. What y'all watching? What should I watch? Someone said, what is it? African young, famous, rich and African rich and famous, African something. Maybe I'll go binge watch that. And we're gonna come up here and talk later on this week about Ready to Love and Married at First Sight. And I got some channel updates that I want to talk to y'all about. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be out for here. She's spilling the tea once she hit it down. Girl, let me tell you something. As hard as us YouTubers get up here and work for our subscribers, don't be up there just trying to come in here with the clout after we done did all the hard work to get y'all out here. You know what? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.